You are the new driver for a cartel lieutenant, and you already know one mistake can erase you from history. Not fired, not warned, erased. And you learned that in the first 10 minutes of the first day. You did not find this job. The job found you, and the difference between those two things matters more than you understood at the time. Level 1. The 3 rules. The first rule is delivered before you start the engine. You do not ask what is in the vehicle. The second rule. You do not speak to anyone who is not in the vehicle with you. The third rule. You do not stop unless you are told to stop. There are no other rules on day 1. 3 is enough when you understand what each one means. The lieutenant's name is not given to you. You call him sir. He calls you driver. That is the entire relationship for the first month. You drive the same 3 routes for the first 2 weeks. You memorize every turn before you are asked to. Because in this work, anticipating what you have not been told is the only thing that keeps you ahead of a mistake. On day 11, a second passenger gets in the car. You were not told there would be a second passenger. You say nothing. You drive the route. You do not look in the mirror again. At the drop point, the second passenger gets out and does not return. You drive back alone. You never find out who the second passenger was. That is the moment you understand the job completely. Level 2. The lieutenant in the front seat. Week 3. The lieutenant gets in the front seat for the first time. He does not speak for 11 minutes. You count them without meaning to. Then he says, "You drive well. You hold your speed on corners. That is important." You say thank you. He turns back to the window. That is the first real conversation. It lasts 7 seconds. Month 2. The routes change. You are not given the new routes in advance. You are given them turn by turn, spoken from the back seat. You are being tested. You know this. You do not say so. Month 2, day 19. You are parked outside a building for 40 minutes. No instructions has been given about what happens next. At minute 41, 4 figures come out of the building moving fast. You start the engine before the first door opens. That decision saves the night. Nobody tells you good job. The lieutenant nods once. In this world that is the highest praise available. Level 3, the second city. Month 3. You start to see how the money moves. Not in briefcases, not in envelopes. In ordinary things, bags from shops, boxes from restaurants. Items that ordinary people carry without a second thought. The genius of the system is that the camouflage is ordinary life itself. You begin to see it everywhere. The restaurant that is always open but never busy. The shop that sells nothing but is never closed. The city has a second city inside it. And you now live in the second one. Month 3, week 2. You are told to take a specific route to a border crossing. You have never done a border run before. The lieutenant is in the back. He has not told you what to say at the checkpoint. The checkpoint officer asks where you are going. You say the city. You say nothing else. The officer looks in the back. The lieutenant looks back at the officer. The officer says, "Have a safe journey." You drive through without accelerating. You maintain the exact same speed you arrived at. 3 miles past the checkpoint, the lieutenant says, "Good." That is all he says. Level 4, the second phone. Month 4, you are given a phone. Not your phone, a second phone. The phone has 1 contact, no name, just a number. You are told it will ring once a week. You answer. You listen. You do what is asked. Week 1, the phone rings. You are told a time and an address. You go, you wait, you drive. Week 2, the phone rings at 2 in the morning. You are told the same thing. You go. There is no negotiating the time. There is no calling back. The phone rings and your schedule becomes whatever the phone says it is. This is the month you understand that the job does not have hours. The job has no hours. The job simply is, and you are inside it. Month 4, day 26. You are driving a route you have done 9 times. You know every turn. 3 cars appear behind you. They have been there for 2 miles. They are not following the traffic pattern. You do not speed up. You turn at the next junction without signaling. 1 car follows. 2 do not. You take 4 more turns. The car behind is gone after the 3rd. You complete the route and say nothing to anyone. Level 5, the safe house. Month 5. You are moved to a safe house. Not asked. Moved. The safe house has 2 exit routes. You identify both within the first hour. This is not paranoia. This is the job. You have been inside for 5 months. You cannot remember the last time you did something that was entirely your own choice. What you ate this morning, decided by what the safe house had. Where you slept, decided by the organization. Where you are going tomorrow, the phone will tell you. This is not a job with a salary. This is a life with an owner. And the transition happened so gradually you barely noticed it. Level 6. The man who did not come back out. Month 6. You drive a man to an address you do not recognize. You wait outside for 1 hour and 12 minutes. The man does not come back out. A different man gets in the car. You drive to the destination you were given. You deliver. You do not ask where the first man is. That night in the safe house you think about the first man for a long time. Then you stop thinking about him. Stopping the thought is the second most important skill this job teaches you. The first is the driving. Month 7. The second phone rings on a Tuesday at noon. Not the usual time. The voice is not the usual voice. It is someone senior. You can tell from the silence before they speak. You are told to take a specific vehicle from the garage. Not your usual vehicle. A different one. Tonight. You ask no questions. You take the vehicle. You drive to the address given. Level 7. The second driver. Month 8. You are introduced to a second driver. His name is given. Yours is given to him. You are never told why a second driver is needed. You understand it anyway. This operation is larger than you were shown at the beginning. It always is. They show you what you need to see to do your job. The rest is managed elsewhere by people you will never meet. Month 8, Week 3. The second driver does not show up for a scheduled run. Nobody mentions the second driver again. The vehicle is reassigned. You are told to cover both routes. Level 8. The diner. Month 9. You sit in the diner across from the safe house. You have 30 minutes before the next instruction. You think about calling someone from before, a friend, a family member. You decide against it because calling them means explaining the gap. And the gap cannot be explained without explaining everything. 9 months in, and the person who started this job is not the same person sitting in this booth. You are not worse. You are not better. You are different, and different does not go back. Level 9, the document. Month 10. The lieutenant calls you into the office. He closes the door. He tells you that you have been noticed. Not by him, by someone above him. He tells you there is a new role, more responsibility, a different kind of driving. He does not say you have a choice. He does not say you do not. The document sits there and waits. This is the moment, the hinge, the place where the sentence either begins or does not. You have been as the driver for 10 months. You know 3 routes by memory. You have crossed 1 border. You have seen 1 man go in and not come out. You have driven at 2 in the morning without being told why. And the document is still on the desk, and the lieutenant is still waiting, and the hand has not moved yet. Level 10. What? The job teaches you. Here is what 10 months of this job teaches you that no one says out loud. The cartel does not recruit people. It recruits situations. Your situation was the door. The job was what was inside it. Nobody forced you. Nobody threatened you on day 1. They simply offered a situation to a person in a situation. And the fit was exact. The second thing this job teaches you, there is no outside anymore. Outside is where you were before. This is where you live now. The third thing, the document on the desk is not the first test. Every day for 10 months has been the test. The document is just where they tell you the score. You look at the lieutenant. He does not look away. Neither do you. And the hand moves. You are no longer the new driver, and you are not leaving.